All right, so false daisy. It's a little bit of a head scratcher, isn't it?
Yeah, how so?
Well, you get all these seedlings, right?
Yeah.
But then they're kind of slow growing and just delicate in general.
Huh.
It's a puzzle. Luckily, we've got Ang's blog to help us out. He's been keeping these gardening journals over on kianmeng.org.
Okay.
And get this. This is part 445.
Wow. He's dedicated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's the real deal.
Uh-huh.
So Ang's been watching this false daisy, and he's noticed something interesting.
What's that?
It has a really high germination rate. Like tons of tiny seedlings just pop up everywhere.
Okay.
But then a bunch of them don't make it. And the ones that do survive, they're kind of slow growers. It's like they're taking their sweet time.
Yeah. Interesting.
So what's going on? Why this like boom and bust kind of start?
Well, Ang actually dives into the plant's biology a bit.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out false daisy is really adapted to disturbed environments.
Okay.
Like it germinates best right on the surface of the soil, not buried deep down.
So it wants to be the first one out of the gate, huh?
Exactly. Think about like a field that's been plowed or a patch of ground after a heavy rain. The soil's all churned up.
Right.
And that gives those surface-dwelling seeds, like false daisy, a real edge.
Ah, so it's like grabbing that prime real estate before anything else can.
Precisely. And false daisy loves warm, moist soil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which explains why it pops up in those poorly drained areas or after a good downpour.
Huh. So it's opportunistic.
Yeah, taking advantage of any chance it gets.
Taking advantage of any chance it gets.
Yeah.
But then there's this whole slow growth thing after that initial burst.
Right.
Ang mentions he had trouble with irregular watering and pests.
Like what?
Like mealybugs.
Oh, no.
Wait, mealybugs on seedlings? I mean, they're so tiny. Wouldn't that just wipe them out?
Yeah, mealybugs are bad news, that's for sure. They weaken plants by sucking out the sap. And for little seedlings, that can be it.
So it's this double whammy, right?
Yeah.
They're battling these pests. Plus, they're dealing with inconsistent watering right from the start. No wonder some of them don't make it.
And don't forget, false daisy produces thousands of seeds per plant.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of competition.
So we've got this picture of a plant that's evolved to be a fast starter.
Right.
He wants to capitalize on those disturbed environments.
Right.
But it's also facing all this pressure from pests, competition, and maybe not enough water.
Yeah. It's a tough life.
It's like this balancing act between opportunity and just being vulnerable.
I like that. And that actually leads us to another interesting part of false daisy's growth.
Okay, let's talk about it.
It's speed.
Okay.
Ang says it can flower in just 5 weeks after germination.
Wow.
And produce seeds within 6 or 7.
So you're saying it goes from seed to making new seeds in just a couple months.
Exactly. That fast life cycle is key to how it survives.
It's intense. It's almost like a weed, isn't it?
You could say that. Yeah, that's classic annual plant behavior. Their whole life cycle, from sprouting to making seeds, happens in one growing season. And that quick turnaround often helps them handle unpredictable or tough environments.
So while perennials, the plants that live for years, can kind of take their time,
Yeah.
annuals like false daisy are all about speed and efficiency.
Right. They got to grab their chance, reproduce quickly, and leave behind all those seeds for the next generation.
It's a fascinating strategy.
It is, but, there's a trade-off. This whole need for speed also affects how false daisy interacts with other plants. And that's where things get really interesting.
I mean, this need for speed stuff is cool.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's not all good, right?
You're right.
What's the catch?
Well, this brings us back to something Ang saw that kind of hints at a darker side of false daisy.
Oh!
He noticed it can be pretty aggressive.
Aggressive, like how?
Especially in containers.
So it's not just a fast grower. He wants to be the only grower, huh?
Exactly. Remember how we were talking about it, loving disturbed environments?
Yeah.
That drive to beat out the competition, it's like baked into its DNA. It's fighting for water, nutrients, sunlight.
So even though it's kind of vulnerable as a seedling,
Right.
once it gets going, it's all elbows out.
Yeah. Pushing its way to the front of the line.
And that competitive nature,
Mm-hmm.
plus how fast it grows and all those seeds it makes,
Right.
that's going to have some consequences. Especially if it gets out in the wild.
You're thinking about invasive species,
Yeah.
right?
What happens when a plant like this that's used to fighting it out in tough conditions? What happens when it gets loose in a new environment?
Well, think about what we've learned.
Okay.
False daisy is like a pro at taking advantage of disturbances. Grows fast, tons of seeds, outcompetes its neighbors.
Right.
In a normal ecosystem, it has its place,
Mm-hmm.
but if it gets into a new area, where there's nothing to keep it in check.
Oh, it could take over.
Exactly. It could become what we call an invasive species.
Right.
Aang doesn't talk about this directly in his blog
Ah,
post,
I see.
but it's kind of a natural next step from what he's seeing. Imagine all those thousands of seeds spreading, germinating quickly, creating this dense mat of false daisy.
And just choking everything else out.
Exactly.
It's wild how something that seems harmless in one place can be a problem in another.
It really is. And it highlights how important responsible planting is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got to understand the plants we're working with. Be aware of how they might spread. Could they cause problems in the local environment? These are things we have to think about.
Couldn't agree more. Now, just tossing those extra false daisy seeds in the park, right?
Right. No matter how tempting.
It's about balance.
Yeah.
We can enjoy this awesome plant in our gardens,
Yeah.
but we need to be aware of the bigger picture.
So before we even think about planting something new, research. Growth habits, how it spreads, could it be a threat to the local ecosystem?
You got it. Informed choices, respecting the balance of nature.
Like, on the one hand,
Yeah.
we're fascinated by how tough and adaptable this false daisy is.
What?
But on the other hand, those same things could make it a real problem in the wrong spot.
Exactly.
It shows how our actions, even something as simple as planting a few seeds, can have a big impact.
It all connects. And this actually brings us back to something Aang mentioned about why he recommends false daisy and basil for new gardeners.
Oh, yeah. Why those two?
He talks about how valuable it is to see the whole life cycle of an annual plant. Remember, with false daisy growing so fast, you get to witness the whole thing, from seed to flower to seed again,
Right.
all in one growing season. It basically speeds up the observation process.
So we can actually see a full life cycle in a shorter amount of time.
Exactly. You can experiment, see the results, and really get a handle on what makes plants work.
Like a crash course in plant biology.
That's a great way to put it.
I can see why that would be so helpful for someone just starting out.
Yeah.
You get that feeling of accomplishment. You actually see what you've done literally in a pretty short time.
You get to see those fruits of your labor. And I think there's a deeper lesson there, too.
Oh, I'm listening.
It's about appreciating how everything's connected. And that cycle of growth, reproduction, renewal.
That's a beautiful thought.
Yeah.
It's like, even though false daisy might be a little wild, it's still doing its part in the whole dance of life. And when we watch it, we get a glimpse into how nature works.
Right.
We see that even something that seems simple has this whole complex story behind it.
You said it perfectly, and I think there's something really grounding about that.
Yeah.
Inspiring, too. He connects us to the natural world.
For sure.
Reminds us that we're part of something much bigger.
Absolutely.
Huh.
We've covered a lot today.
We have.
From false daisy's tricks for surviving in tough places to how it could actually become a problem out in the wild.
Right.
And now we're back to this idea of it being a great teacher for new gardeners.
It's amazing what we can learn from one plant, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Aang's given us a lot to think about.
He has. And I think he's got even more to share. In the next part, we'll dig into another layer of his observations, something that really struck me as pretty profound.
All right, so back to Aang and his false daisy adventures.
Yeah. What else did he have to say?
Well, we talked about how fast it grows.
Yeah, right?
And how it can be invasive, even how it's a good plant for beginners to learn from. But there's this one line in his blog that really stuck with me.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
He writes, I'm paraphrasing a little, there's something magical about seeing a plant's whole life cycle, from seed to seed, all in one season.
It's that feeling of wonder, right? Connecting with nature.
Exactly. And it made me think about how, in our world, everything's so fast.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Right. We stream movies, order food, get news instantly.
It's all right there.
But nature, it doesn't work like that.
It definitely has its own pace.
And I think sometimes we forget that. Real growth takes time.
We can't control everything.
And then you've got false daisy, this little speed demon that finishes its whole life cycle in just weeks.
It's like a reminder, huh?
Yeah, like those natural processes, birth, growth, death, renewal.
It's all still happening.
All around us.
Yeah.
We just have to slow down and notice it.
False daisy is like giving us a peek into that hidden world.
Right.
Speeding things up so we can see the whole picture.
And there's a big lesson there, I think.
What's that?
Not just for gardeners, but for everyone.
Okay.
We're all part of these cycles, these webs of life.
Yeah.
Our own lives might seem short.
Right.
But we're part of something much bigger and longer lasting.
It's a shift in perspective.
Yeah. From focusing on just ourselves to seeing how everything's connected.
The interconnectedness of it all.
We're not just alone. We're part of this amazing tapestry of life.
I like that.
And maybe by watching these cycles, by seeing how tough and adaptable plants like false daisy are, we can learn to be more like that ourselves.
That's a good thought.
So to everyone listening, whether you're a gardener or not, take a minute to appreciate the cycles happening around you. Watch a seed sprout, a flower open, a tree change with the seasons.
There's so much to see.
There's a whole world of wonder out there, right outside your door.
And remember, like false daisy, you can grow, adapt, and make life more beautiful and rich.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of false daisy.
It's been fun.
We hope you've learned something new, maybe see things a little differently, and maybe even rediscovered a bit of that childlike wonder.
Yeah, never lose that.
Until next time, happy gardening, everyone.